Mental health is how you live, how you love, and how you laugh. Hi, I'm Mpo and welcome back to my channel, or hello if you've never been here before. In today's video, I will be talking about how I fell off track. Life has been lifing, okay? The Guningi was getting Guningia. I really hope you enjoy watching this video. I will be bearing out my heart and soul. So comment, like, subscribe, but please stay tuned. As you can see from the title of this video, I fell off track. Yeah, that's basically what happened. I mean, I've been MIA for what? A little over 2 months. It's a bit sus, okay? It's giving sus, you know? Just so this is what happened. Okay, it was still during winter the last time I posted my Club With Me journey, and during that time I was busy getting cold after cold after cold. Okay, so I'd literally get a cold, nurse it for that week, be good by Friday, and then come Monday or Tuesday I got a cold again and I have to nurse it again. The longest time I had a break between being sick was a week after I got over this whole being sick thing, because remember, now that I'm sick, I'm not working out. Like, I am not working out, but I was still doing meal preps, so I was still eating healthy. You know, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I wasn't completely falling. You understand? It wasn't a complete fall from grace. It was just a tiny hiccup, and just as I was about to pick myself up from the state of sickness that I was in, I stumbled into a different kind of sickness. So this is April. April for me is a season of joy, a month of joy and celebration. I celebrate my mom's birthday, which is on the 12th. I celebrate my little sister's birthday, which is on the 26th. I celebrate my birthday, which is on the 27th. And then the beginning of May, I celebrate my father's birthday, which is on the 6th of May. I have never in my entire existence experienced any of those 3 weeks apart from them. Even when I was still in university, I would at least go home and see them before those 3 weeks were up. And it was also that thing that I can drive home and see them, or I can go and spend my little sister's birthday with her, because 27th of April, Give Freedom Day. You know, it was always that thing. So this was the first birthday I spent apart from my baby sister since she was born. Girl is 16 now. For her entire 16 years of life, I've always been there on her birthday. So it was kind of a very bittersweet moment for me. It didn't click that it was a bittersweet moment up until a little bit after my birthday. It was great, you know? My birthday was beautiful. I started it off strongly. As soon as I woke up, I got a phone call from my 2 best friends back home, and we spoke for like an hour and a half while I was busy getting ready. And it was so surreal, and it was such a beautiful moment. Like, I would forever cherish that. And I went to school. I didn't tell anyone that I was working with that it was my birthday. Like, no one at work knew when my birthday was. I didn't tell anyone. So I went to work and no one knew that it was my birthday, and life just continued. And then I don't know, I think one of my friends were like, no, you must tell them that it's your birthday, because if they're gonna find out later that it was your birthday and you didn't tell them, they're gonna feel bad. So I ended up telling a few people like, hey, it's my birthday today. But I sort of felt awkward doing it, because now I'm coming to you like, hi, it's my birthday today. What do you do if someone does that? You sing happy birthday, you say, oh, happy birthday, and it's kind of awkward. So I didn't want that. So I didn't like I just literally told 2 people that it's my birthday. That's it. I told no one else, even though I spoke to a bunch of people that day. I was like, so I'm gonna go, hey, it's my birthday, and then you're gonna say happy birthday, and it's gonna be a little bit awkward. Like, no, I don't. It was just weird. It was just so weird for me. So, but now that I think about it, I low-key didn't want to be reminded of the fact that it's my birthday and that I am away from a ton of people that I love, and I can't celebrate that day with a ton of people that I love. I do have friends here, and those girls are like sisters to me, and I love them. I love them so much, and I pray for them every chance I get. But there's just, you know, they're here, and that matters and that counts. But homesickness is just another feeling all on its own, man. It's different. It's different. You get less homesick if you're around people who are from where you're from. It doesn't hit you as much if you know, or there's a Bronwyn around, there's Annalise, there's a Letabo around. It doesn't hit as much because they're around. But at the end of the day, it creeps up on you, and when it hits you, it just blindsides you. So I didn't tell anyone at work. I feel like I didn't want to tell anyone because I don't want to be reminded that I'm not around the people that I usually celebrate with. So my birthday was on Thursday, and on Friday I met up with my girls and we went to Soul Beach. That's going to be the whole vibe of Soul Beach. Is going to be a video and a vlog all on its own. Just bear with me. I'm still getting used to posting things in real time. It's just it's going to take me a while because I have so much that I have to catch you up on. But on the way to Soul Beach, I never told this to my friends. We were on the bus, we were going to Soul Beach, and my friends were with me, and you know, it was just vibes. It was just good vibes. And for some reason, a thought popped up into my head, and I remembered one of my besties from home, and I was like, if she was here, this would happen. Like she'd probably say this, because I was looking at something and I was like, if Mbali was here, she'd definitely be saying this. And all of a sudden I was struck with so much sadness. So much sadness hit me at once. I did not expect to feel that, but it just came at me like a barreling truck. And I was a bit taken aback, because right next to me were my best friends, were my family in South Korea. And all I could think of is that if Mbali was here, she would have literally said that. And instead of that thought just bringing a smile to my face, it brought me to tears. But I'm trying not to cry, because I am on my way to celebrate with people that love me. And they're going with me to celebrate my life. You understand? But I just missed her so much in that moment, because it also hit me like, damn, this is the first time in the 9 years that me and Bali have known each other that I'm spending my birthday without her. Justice. Like, it hit me hard. It hit me hard that this girl has been such a fixture in my life for so many years that I can't imagine it without her. Is this what besties do to each other? Like, damn. Anyway, that's just something. That's when the homesickness that's when I really felt it. Oh my gosh, let me grab a tissue. So that's when the homesickness really started to creep in, and that's when I was starting to feel it, just a little bit. It hit me in that moment, and then it was gone. For those of you who don't know, I'm very good at compartmentalizing my feelings. Okay? I can box it all up and put it away, and then I'll get it when I'm ready. That's what I do. with my feelings and my emotions, and I'm trying to unlearn that. I don't know when I started doing that, but it's just something that I'm working on. My mind was full of I just had so much going on. After being homesick, it was just hard, to get back into the rhythm of things for me. It was just very hard, and I just kept on finding myself in a very sad mood and sad space. And I don't know, and as you know, there's the saying, cleanliness is next to godliness. My apartment was a mess. Not as in it was dirty. No, I was still cleaning up. It was just, everything was just everywhere, and it was all just chaotic. And I would live, every time I'd walk into my apartment, I'd jump over shipping boxes that I never got rid of, and they were piling up. It was like boxes worth 2 months now, because it was April, because it was when I was sick, right? March. When you're sick, you have an excuse to not do certain things, so you don't do them, and it was like April, May, shipping boxes from April and May, and I realized that it was just shipping boxes from April and May, and I couldn't throw those boxes out because they still had groceries in them or things that I bought in them. If it wasn't something that was perishable and that needed to be put in the fridge or needed to be eaten right away, I didn't take it out. So I had just packages of things that I had purchased sitting there by my door along with my birthday gifts and just piling up. I was literally stacking things upon each other, and in my mind I was like, I will get to it when I have the energy to get to it. It didn't hit me that there was an underlying reason at the bottom of all of this. So yeah, cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Throughout this time, I was struggling to connect with God. I would still listen to worship music and pray and read the Bible, but it felt like more of a routine and something that I've conditioned myself to do, and something that I have to do instead of something that I want to do or look forward to doing. I don't know if that makes sense. And throughout those months, I did try to clean. I really did try to clean, but all I'd end up doing is just mopping up my floor, shoving things, piling things up in a certain corner, wash my laundry, and I'd walk to a corner and be like, I'm going to tackle this corner today, and I'm really going to unpack everything or pack things up and throw things out that need to be thrown out. And I would literally just stand there or end up walking from one side of the room to the other and get tired from doing that, because I would not do anything. I would want to do it, and it hit me that there's such a big difference between wanting to clean up and do something and just not being able to do it or not having the energy to do it. And it was just very hard to get out of that space, because I know my apartment is a mess, and I knew that I needed to clean it in order for me to feel better, and in order for my mental state and mental health to be in a better place. I needed to clean up, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. I knew that I was distracted by the fact that my space is a mess, and I couldn't edit any videos at that time, because editing and content creation requires so much of your time, so much of your energy, and if your space is not reflecting, and your space is a reflection of your mind. I know where my mind's at based off of my mental state, but also getting to that point where you actually start cleaning up and sorting things out and have the energy to do it. It's very hard to get to that if you've been down for so long. And it was just very hard to come out of that place. It was very hard, and I did talk to God about it, but at that point I feel like, you know, I'm not seeing anything. Like, I am talking to him, but nothing is happening. I am picking up my Bible and I'm reading it, but it just feels so mundane, and it just feels like such a routine. I'm not getting anything from it. I'm not feeling anything from it. I'm still worshiping and I'm praying, but I'm praying while I'm worshiping, mind you, because I was finding it difficult to connect. So it wasn't, nothing was adding up, and it was just so difficult to get out of that. And my breaking point was when I started having thoughts about my grandma, my late grandma. She passed away just before New Year's. 2 days, I think it was 2 days before New Year's. And you know, people will tell you that moving abroad, you really get to miss moments, and you are fully aware of that when you move. But when it happens, I expected a wedding or something, you know. I did not expect to lose my granny. And oh my gosh. And throughout this time that my mind was just in the gutter, I started missing her tremendously. And in my mind, I thought I was all cried out, and I thought I had dealt with her passing, but it was just so difficult. And I remember it was my I remember there was a time where my heart broke, like it was the very first time when my family told me that she passed. It was a Saturday, and I was listening to a song, and it just reminded me of her instantly. It felt like have you ever been punched in the gut, full force? It felt like that. It literally felt like that, but only this time my heart, I could feel it in my heart too. I had the breath knocked out of me, and my heart felt like it was literally breaking. So here I am crying in this messy apartment, missing my grandmother so much. And I had just gotten off the phone with my mom like an hour or 2 hours before, and out of nowhere it hit me. Oh yeah, it was I missed her a lot the weekend after Mother's Day. Mother's Day was also a difficult day for me to get through, because as I was celebrating it and honoring my mom, even though I wasn't there with her physically and stuff, it dawned on me that my superwoman is spending Mother's Day for the first time without her mommy. So that just, it also like hit, you know, it also hit. And it was just a very difficult season for me to get through, because I was like, I'm not even there to hug the one person yeah, nah. You could never be ready for that. That's the kind of hurt that no matter how many scenarios you make up in your head of what might happen when you're abroad, it's just, you never see that coming. Anyway, so yeah, after going, that was when I completely hit rock bottom. And I remember I was crying for the life of me. I couldn't get it together, and I was calling my mom, and I was really praying that she'd answer, because she would be able to give me some words of encouragement and I would be okay. But when she didn't answer the phone, instead of me being hurt, oh mom, you're busy, you didn't answer, I was incredibly relieved that she didn't answer the phone, because I was gone, man. I was gone, and I was like, it's a good thing she didn't answer, because I wouldn't have wanted her to hear me or see me at such a low point again. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted her to see that. So I was very grateful that she was busy. I don't know if she was at church or what, but I was very grateful that she didn't pick up, because I wouldn't have wanted to break her heart like that. So, but I was okay. I was okay. Of course, I woke up with sore eyes, and I had like the biggest migraine I could have imagined, but I was fine. I was okay. And after that, and after dealing with that, and after praying about it, I started tackling little corners of my small studio apartment to get my life in order. And boy, did that help. I kid you not, I know now for a fact that the state of my apartment reflects the state of my mental health, and I feel like mental health should be something that is spoken about a lot more when you're abroad, because it's just like, I know I was taking care of my mental health, but this kind is different. It's very different, because at least at home I step out and everything reminds me of everything that I'm used to. But here, it's nice, but when the homesickness hits you, it's like the kuningi gets kuningia, and the worsa just keeps getting worse and worse. And and you have to crawl your way out of it, because at the end of the day, life is like rice. One moment you're on top, and someone comes and stirs the pot, and you're at the bottom, and you have to crawl your way back up. That's what life is. That is what life is. So after finally getting my apartment in order, I'm still trying to fix my relationship with God, because it's not where it was, you know. It's really not where it was. It's something yo, Jesus, I still need your help with this one. It's not where it was, and I don't like it. I don't like where it is, and I need it to be where it was and become even better than what it was. So I need to work on that, and I know it's going to take discipline also to get that, and it's going to take a lot of self-discipline, and it's something that I'm working on, but that will be a topic for another day. But yeah, that is where I've been. That is where I've been in the midst of all of that and experiencing all of that. I have been eating healthy some days. If I had meal prepped that week, you bet your behind that I ate healthy. I had a healthy, nutritious meal. And if I didn't meal prep that week, or if I felt like having something different, I had it. If I wanted fried chicken, I had fried chicken. If I wanted pizza, I had pizza. But I mostly had healthy meals. That was me for the past few weeks. I did not expect to talk about some of the things that I talked about, because I have actually filmed this before and I recorded it almost a month ago, and I deleted it because I felt like I was sharing a bit too much. But I feel like this, now that I'm recording it again and I mentioned some of the same things again, it must be God telling me to share it. And yeah, being far from home has its perks, obviously, but I guess some of the things that I mentioned in this video are some of the things that you really have to consider. You have to be strong mentally to do this. Honestly, you have to be strong, mentally strong to do this. And if your mental health is not proper while you are still in your home country, please, please, please don't go and play with fire. Don't go and play with fire. But if you feel like you can handle it, handle the heat, come running. Just know everyone's experiences is different, and this experience was mine. These feelings are mine, and I felt them, and it hurt, man. You know, it hurts, it sucks. But bottom line is, your life, it be like that. Not me gaslighting myself, but like honestly, it be like that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you stayed up until this end, thank you for hearing me out. Sorry that I cried. I did not expect to cry, but it be like that. And I really hope you come back for the next one. Please have a beautiful week ahead, and know that you are beautiful, you're kind, you deserve only good things. And oh, before I sign you off, there's this quote I heard, that mental health is how you live, how you love, and how you laugh. Let me reiterate. How you live. How are you showing up in life? How you love. What are your relationships like? How you laugh. Are you enjoying? Mind your mental health just like you mind your business. Anyway, have a beautiful week, bestie. I'll see you in the next video.